It's March and we're walking with weights. Grab your lightest dumbbells and let's go. All right, killer bees, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. And that means that we are getting started with some arm circles with high knees. And I always love that first one. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend. And around here, we are all about making peace with your menopausal body by finding a healthy weight and moving in ways that feel like self-love. And if this doesn't feel like self-love, you guys, I don't know what does. Today is one of my favorite kinds of workouts. We are walking with weights, which by the way, you know what? You should have them out of the way. We're not going to warm up with them. I always mean to tell you that, and I feel like you know, but yet somehow I always forget because I'm always so excited to get started and to get moving and telling you about the workout and doing our warm up. And you know what? Sometimes I just forget things. That's what happens at this time in our lives, right? You guys, walking with weights is one of my absolute favorite ways to work out because I was thinking about this today. Because, you know, as I have embraced moderation, I have brought my workouts down several notches. I have really learned how to work out in a way that feels very good and just right without being too much, without being too little. And let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. This is the way to go because it's so efficient. Because you know what? We don't have to work out all day, but when we're walking with weights, we're getting some cardio, which of course I love. So we're working our heart and lungs. We're also doing some great toning with our lightest dumbbells so that we're working our muscles, we're working our bones. We're getting that little extra oomph out of our workout without having to go too long and without, hopefully, being sore tomorrow. And my friends, if you are new to moderation, you might notice that today's workout may feel moderate for you and it might not. The thing about moderation is it's always your moderate. What's moderate for you is moderate. That means that you might be moving differently than me. That might mean you might have lighter weights than me. It might mean lots of different things. Make this workout yours. And let's do some welcome to my homes, because welcome to my home. And yes, when I was filming the intro, Blossom was in the chair and now she's not, but I do hope she comes back. I was filming and then she decided that she had had enough and then there was noise and then there was barking and then there was lots of things going on. That's why she's gone now. But she might come back later. You never know with her. But you guys, here's what it looks like today. I've got the handy dandy gym bus set for intervals of 30 seconds and we're going to start each of our mini circuits today. There are not too many of them, but they are not even, well, you know what, they're not even that many either. We've got 4 exercises in each circuit and we're going to repeat each circuit 2 times before we move on to the next set. Every one of them starts with walking though, so when in doubt, walk it out. Always my motto. So let's in fact go ahead and get started with some walking. Grab your dumbbells if you'd like to. Now here's the thing, you know, I'm calling this walking with weights and I'm telling you, oh, this is moderate for me. It's really good for your heart and lungs, really good for your bones and muscles. But here's the thing, if you are brand new to exercise, this might be too much. Feel free to put your weights down. We're gonna have lots of fun, gonna get the right amount of sweat, whether you have weights in your hands or not. Coming up next, we're gonna do airplane arm side tappers. We're gonna have our hands directly out to the sides. One of them is gonna go up while the other one goes down. And while we're doing that, we're tapping from side to side. Now, you notice, maybe you didn't notice, I've slowed my pace pretty considerably from that walking pace, and even the walking was kind of an extended warm-up. I'm not trying to go fast today, you guys. There is nothing good that comes from doing too much, too fast, too sweaty, especially if we are losing weight and especially if we are this age. When it beeps again, we're going to do low swinging tappers, which means our feet are actually still going to be doing this exact same thing, but our hands are swinging low from side to side. Now, I say low just because they're not going up overhead, but they can get up, they can get rocking pretty high if you'd like them to. Whatever feels moderate for you, my friend, it feels moderate for me. Now the next exercise, probably not gonna feel super moderate, and I do this on purpose. Try and get a nice variation in each of our little mini circuits. We're doing toy soldiers. Hands are gonna go up overhead. We're gonna reach our opposite hand towards our opposite kicking foot. And while we do that, we're holding in our core. We're thinking about moving at a pace that feels like somewhere right in between, like a full cardio pace and a full strength pace. This moderate pace is how we get our heart rate up. We get lots of good things going for our body, but also we don't do too much so that we can't recover from it. When it beeps again, we're coming right back to walking. This was our mini circuit, our first mini circuit, not too many of them today, and right back to walking. Awesome job. So you can see how this feels. Today is meant to be moderate, of course, and also meant to be kind of challenging. That's the thing. Coming up next, we're doing the airplane arm side tappers. That's kind of the secret sauce for me, why I really enjoy the walking with weights workouts. It's a way because I do love to work out, and I love to work out a little too hard still, even though I have embraced moderation. Here we go with those airplane arms. And you're welcome to make the noise if you'd like to. Like we're flying through the air. And I swear, if I have ever been on an airplane that was doing this kind of back and forth, I would never fly again. How about you when it beeps again? Doing those low swinging tappers. But here's the thing about embracing moderation. I have, and I love it, and I'm getting better at it, frankly. But also, here we go with those low swinging tappers. But also, I still like to push it a little tiny bit. And this is like the right amount of push. With our light weights, we're not going too heavy, we're not doing too much, but I already know that this is gonna feel like a little bit more of a challenge than straight up cardio, a little bit more of a challenge than like a slow moving weights workout. Coming up next, we're doing those toy soldiers for the second and final time. And then, you guys, we will be done with our first mini circuit. So hands up overhead, hands reaching down towards your opposite, kicking foot, making sure that you're pulling in your core. You know, I mention it more often when we have hands up overhead, but I will tell you that we should always have our core pulled in. Having your core pulled in is the secret sauce to getting the most out of any of your workouts. When it beeps again, we are going to go back to walking, even though it's not really back, because we are starting our second mini circuit. Excellent job. Whoo, doggies. Feeling that work with your hands up overhead. Here we go back to walking, even though it's not back. Hands up overhead definitely gets your heart rate up. So I've tried to find a good mix today of hands up, hands down, hands swinging around, walking, all that kind of good stuff. Coming up next, we're doing windmill tap backs. Now we're gonna make a nice big X with our body. Hands up and wide, feet out and wide. Gonna reach our opposite hand down towards our opposite foot. I mean, you're not really trying to reach your foot unless you're super flexible. You totally might be able to actually reach your foot. I tell you what, I used to try a lot harder, and I've noticed now, if I get down past my knee, I'm feeling really good. When it beeps again, we're doing a side punch step back, which means that what we're doing is we're stepping back with one foot. The hand on that same side is actually punching towards the opposite direction. So you're getting a big twist in the middle. So we're stepping back and punching away from that stepping back foot. I've definitely slowed this one down a little bit so I can really think about it. As our hands get further away from our body, want to make sure that you have your core pulled in nice and tight. When it beeps again, we're doing booty kicker jacks. Hands are going to be up overhead, so I'm already thinking about that pace, you guys. I know I didn't mention it, but we don't have any rest today. One of the things about finding your moderate is finding a pace. So here we go with booty kicker jacks. Hands are doing jumping jacks. Feet are doing booty kickers. Whew, doggies. As expected, this jumping jack motion, definitely getting some work in my shoulders and my heart and lungs, finding a pace that feels doable. It's only 30 seconds, even though it is 30 seconds, but that means that we really have to manage our heart rate. If it means you need to bring your hands down, well, you can bring your hands down now because we're walking again. So that was our whole mini circuit. When it beeps again, we're going to do those windmill tap backs again. Really getting a nice variety of hands up, hands down, moving faster, moving slower. This kind of work is great for your mind as well as your body because we're constantly varying the pace, constantly trying to find what is still moderate, even though a workout like this can get away from us a little bit. Hands are wide, feet are wide, windmill tap backs. Oh my gosh, reaching down, losing my balance as I do. And I was just about to tell you, just about to start talking again about how your core really is helpful for this kind of work. When I mentioned to you to pull in your core, what I'd like you to think about is pulling your belly button towards your spine. When it beeps again, doing those side punched step backs, and again, thinking about pulling in your core. Every time we have our abs braced, here we go, those side punch, step backs. Nice job. When we brace our abs, what we're doing is we're stabilizing our spine. And the reason we need to is because when you've got your hands and legs, or arms and legs rather, flinging and flanging all around, doing what they do when we do cardio workouts, when it beeps again, doing those booty kicker jacks for the second and final time. But when we've got our arms and legs moving kind of quickly, it means that your spine is trying to make a lot of decisions all at once. Where to put the power, which muscles are working, what we should be doing with all of, I can't think of the word off the top of my head. It's not leverage, but when you have levers, there's power at the end of the lever, especially when we've got something heavy in our hands. And your spine is the center of it all. So when you are sending power out further away from your core, you really need to make sure that your core can handle it. Here we come back to walking. Because that was the end of mini circuit number 2. You guys, when it beeps again, we get to do those jumping jack arms again. But we're doing forward hinge arm flappers, which to me always feels a little bit easier than jumping jack arms. I don't know why, because it is still doing jumping jacks with your upper body, but your lower body is doing deadlifts, and maybe that's the part that I'm always focused on. So we're gonna think about pushing back with our hips and then forward with our hips. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see that my hips go back, 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 back. It's not just bending over. If we were simply bending over, there'd be a lot more curve to your spine, but because we've got our core pulled in nice and tight, our back stays straight, and our gluteal muscles, our butt muscles, are the ones driving all this motion. When it beeps again, we're going to do triceps curl downs, which means that we're going to be punching down while we tap out that seam-sided foot. And as we tap down and curl down, we're also curling our palm out all the way around. Getting a full rotation in your arm there is why I call these triceps curl downs, because your triceps, those little muscles on the backs of your arms, doing a whole lot of work here. When it beeps again, we're going to do dancing X's. Yes, indeed. Hands are going to be up. We're going to make a nice big X again with our body. Hands are up, out nice and wide. Feet are out nice and wide. We're going to crunch in the middle with our opposite hand and opposite knee. Now, do I care if your elbow meets your knee? Not at all. Not even a little tiny bit. Ever. I offer you the verbal cues about where your body might be in space or time, just so that you can get an idea of what we're aiming for. You never, ever have to actually touch your elbow to your knee. When it beeps again, this is the end of our mini circuit, and we're going to come back to walking, and we're going to do another round of these. Awesome job. Core is pulled in. Now the thing about having your core pulled in is that you should be able to breathe and talk. I clearly am able to do both of those things with my core pulled in. Sometimes what I hear is that you find it very difficult to pull in your core without holding your breath. And I will tell you that those muscles are connected. They're all in there, but they're not doing the exact same thing. When it beeps again, we're going to do those forward hinge arm flappers again. Finding your core is probably one of the most important things you can do in order to really get fitness gains out of your workouts. Now here's the thing, if your goal right now is to lose weight, yes, you do absolutely care about using good form, about exercising well, exercising properly, but you don't need to spend as much time on it as thinking about all of the 5 things that we do for losing weight, When it beeps again, we're doing those triceps curl downs. I was trying to think of 3 things at once. Trying to finish that sentence, trying to tell you about the triceps curl downs, trying to talk about the 5-0 method, which is going to be, if not here on screen, it will be at the end of the workout, and there's definitely a link in the description box below. Always open up the description box. I got all kinds of good stuff for you down there. The 5-0 method explains how we work out, how we eat, what we do to lose weight. When it beeps again, we're doing those dancing X's. But here's the thing, when you're losing weight, if you are new to exercise, hands are wide, feet are wide, meeting in the middle, meeting in the middle with allegedly your elbow and your knee, wherever you are getting to. While we are losing weight, we are absolutely 100% making fitness gains, but it's not our primary focus. It's not the thing that we're thinking about. When you are losing weight, you are exercising moderately, and probably the biggest thing that you want to get out of exercise is not injuring yourself. So yes, here we come to walking again for our, oh my gosh, we're on the 4th of 5 mini circuits. You guys, we're doing so good here. When it beeps again, we're doing can-cans. That's a knee and a kick on one side, and then a knee and a kick on the other. Your hands are welcome to stay, honestly, as involved or uninvolved as you would like them to. It kind of depends on where your heart rate is right now. Sometimes I do a little bit of a reach out for the kick part. Sometimes I keep my hands a little bit closer to keep my heart rate down a little bit. The wider your hands are, here we go, knee and kick. The more your hands are moving, the higher your heart rate's gonna go. I mean, it's pretty basic physics. The more your body is moving, the higher your heart rate's gonna go. So if you need to manage your heart rate, bring your movements in a little bit smaller. Now here's the thing. Pulling in your core is the thing that's gonna help you not get injured. When it beeps again, we've got hands up overhead. We're doing day breaks. We're tapping from side to side while our hands are swaying back and forth, side to side over our head. As though we are singing along to that groovy sound from Barry Manilow, that song Daybreak. And of course, you've got your core pulled in nice and tight for this one, especially when hands go overhead. It's where we really need to think about stabilizing our spine. When it beeps again, we're doing butter churns. That means your hands are going to go up and down directly in front of your body from your hips to your chin, more or less. As your hands are down, one of your feet kicks out to the side. Hands go up and down relatively quickly as feels right for you to stay moderate. And we're kicking out to the side, not trying to get any power here. Honestly, what I'm thinking about is pulling in my core, of course, and really squeezing from the sides of my glutes to get that leg wherever it can go. This is our mini circuit. When it beeps again, we're going to come back to walking. But here's the thing about making fitness gains while you are losing weight. If you are especially brand new to exercise, here we come back to walking. If you are brand new to exercise, there's a world of fitness gains to be had just by moving your body at all. Truly, if you are coming from being relatively sedentary to working out moderately, gently every single day, you're gonna make so many fitness gains, it will be unbelievable. When it beeps again, we're gonna do can-cans. If you have been working out for a long time, vigorously, like some of us, me, and coming to moderation, here we go with a knee and a kick and a knee and a kick. I know that you worry that you are losing fitness, and I promise you, fitness is not lost when you are still exercising. Either way, you are coming to moderation. When you are thinking about losing weight, your biggest thing that you should be thinking about in each exercise, in each workout, is pulling in your core. When it beeps again, we're doing those day breaks. Hands are going to be up overhead. I'm already thinking about taking it down a little notch. Hands up means heart rate is up. The thing about weight loss is that while you are exercising every day, as we do, you are absolutely going to get all of the benefits of exercising. I mean, 100%. There's benefit to be had here. But we're exercising for the purpose of our mental and physical health while we're losing weight. Your focus is on 4 other things at the same time. Here we go with butter churns, hands down, and one leg does something very weird. I don't know what that was. I think I was trying to do a bit of a booty kick butter churn. Oh, that would be so fun. Oh my gosh, I might have just invented a new exercise. You guys, when it beeps again, we're walking because we are moving into our last mini circuit. But here's the thing. When you have your core pulled in nice and tight every single exercise you are doing, you're actually getting even more benefit from. Because when your core is pulled in and your spine is exactly where it's supposed to be, it's able to send the power out into your arms and legs, into your big muscles throughout your body so that you can get all the benefit of that work rather than hurting yourself. When it beeps again, we're doing drinky bird jacks. I know this is everybody's favorite because it's a little bit of balance while we're doing jumping jacks with our arms and drinky birds, which is a single leg deadlift with our legs. Now here's the thing, that leg that comes up behind you is the driver of this motion. Thinking about keeping your back super duper straight. Core, of course, is pulled in nice and tight. When it beeps again, we're gonna do ding dongs. Hands are gonna be rocking from side to side, down low, meaning that they're not going up overhead, but they are gonna come up pretty high while we are kicking that same foot out to the side. We're gonna ding and dong back and forth. I always think that this looks like a bell, which is why I initially called them ding dongs. I've heard lots of different expressions about this exercise. I also refer to them as weeble wobbles because I do feel, woo, doggies, like we are really weebling and wobbling. When it beeps again, oh, it's our last exercise in our last mini circuit. It is cheerleader kicks, which is why it's a little bit tougher than some of the other ones. Hands start at your shoulders and go up overhead from there while we are kicking forward. Really thinking about managing your energy. Hands go up. Yay, rah, rah, rah. Elbows come out to the side, pretty wide on this one. While we're kicking, I'm going way too fast, and I'm gonna slow that down. I can feel that in my heart and lungs. When it beeps again, coming back to walking, and I'm gonna be very grateful for it. You guys, this is what I'm talking about with finding the edge of moderate with this workout. It does not take all day to get sweaty with a walking with weights workout. Okay, this is the final round of our final circuit for today. When it beeps again, we're doing those drinky bird jacks for the second and final time. Really thinking about having your core pulled in so that you can get the best out of this nice short workout. Now I say short, again, because I am coming to moderation from I used to work out a lot longer and a lot harder, and therefore this feels like the right duration for me right now when we are being moderate. Your moderate will change over time, my friends. If you are brand new to exercise and needed to modify everything that we're doing today, which by the way, when it beeps again, we're doing ding dongs. If you needed to modify and moderate and slow it down and put down your weights and do things differently, I want you to know that I've been exercising for 15 years. My moderate looks different than it did. My moderate actually looks even different than it did a year ago. My moderate looks different from day to day. My moderate is always going to look different than even my own moderate and even than yours. Making sure that you are bringing to today what you have in a good way is the best part of exercising. When it beeps again, my friends, we're doing cheerleader kicks for the second and final time, and I don't know why I'm so excited about that. Other than when we do them, that means that we will be done. Great job. But you know, we're definitely not going to be finished when it beeps again. I've got a little bit of balance work for us. It's the thing that I like to do to finish off these quick, moderate workouts to make sure that we're really working all of our systems. When it beeps, we're doing super slow front punch, front kicks. So we're going to be punching with one hand while our opposite foot is kicking super slow. Pulling your core. Really thinking about bringing that knee up first, straightening that leg out, using your thigh muscles. Really thinking about having your hands and arms very controlled. Core, of course, is pulled in. This is it. It is one interval for the finisher today. When it beeps again, gonna put these dumbbells down and cool it down. Awesome job. Whew, doggies. That was moderate? That's always a question. Here's the thing, my friends. Sometimes it's hard to tell where your moderate is. no matter where you are on your fitness, your weight loss journey. Sometimes we accidentally do too much. We never, ever, ever do too little. And here's the thing, for those of you like me who are used to working out so long, so hard, so vigorously, this was absolutely enough. This workout is going to get you everywhere you want to go, especially if you are losing weight, but also even if you're not. My friends, working out moderately has absolutely no downsides to it. You are doing beautiful, beautiful things for your body. Let's go ahead and open it up. And then we'll close it up. Give yourself a big hug and a pat on your back. What a great, great, great job you did today. Now here's the thing. Here on screen, I do have an extended cool down for you. Not to make your workout longer, but to give you a little bit more cooling down. I do keep these brief in the video, but you are welcome to do a little bit more walking, a little bit more stretching before you get on with your day so that you're not quite this sweaty when you're going on with things. Also here on screen, I will have the video that explains all about the 5-0 method, the 5 things that we do every single day while we are losing weight at this age and beyond. You guys, thank you so much for working out with me. Make sure you click the subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you tomorrow.